Yeah, I got you.
Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of Mind of a Gamer, and a host of When Persona Speaks, fellow TOA member. And we are back. We are, and I say we because it ain't just me this week. It ain't just me this time.
You ain't alone today.
I ain't alone today, ladies and gentlemen. I am not alone today. Today we will be speaking on what we gonna speak on with none other than my fellow MOG brother from another mother and father. What that boy name is? Oh, that boy named Demi got reviews. Demi, what's good, bro? Introduce yourself. And you already know. Let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week.
Ooh, what is going on, everybody? Demigod Reviews here. Blue Yeti Boys is in the building, man.
Shout out to the Yeti Boys, man. If y'all ain't noticed, Demi sound hella different right now. I ain't going front. Demi sounded like he tried to Jones with his chicken, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. Demi sound like he on the phone with his chick Jones and like, yo, ma, where you said you was gonna put that Xbox controller?
You said you gonna do what with Spider-Man?
You said what? You said you love exclusives, baby. Look no further. Nah, but yo, Demi, man, brother, let us know what you playing.
Let's see. What have I been playing this week? There's been a swap between my Xbox and my PlayStation. Been playing a lot of Arrow. Shout out to the developers that gave me the code to play it. That review is gonna be really fun. It's a cool little rhythm game. Very challenging, very tough. If you like Rez and other games like that, then this is right up your alley. Let's see what else. I've been playing this game, Vigor. Ooh, that game is not good. I plan on doing a video on it. It's still an Xbox game preview, but it's just not good. Yakuza 6, Detroit. I've been getting a lot of reviews ready. But just got through. Well, I didn't just get through, but I played The Walking Dead this week. That is really.
Oh, you played the new one?
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah,
that new camera angle is blessing Telltale right now.
Like, is there any type of like hitches and all that, or did they fix that? They on the new engine now, right?
No, this is the last of the old engine.
Oh, okay. Is it running good though?
It's running really well. There's a little hiccup there, like it's little hiccups here and there you can see, but it isn't like nothing too game breaking like the first episode of Batman.
Okay. But that first episode of Batman, that shit down there fried my PlayStation, man. That shit was bad.
Swapping between Switch, Fire Emblem Warriors, Mario Odyssey.
Oh, that's right. You Switch boys now. Hey, my man is Switch boys out here.
Yeah, finally got one. I finally felt like it was time.
Finally bought that dog shit.
Fire Emblem Warriors, Mario Odyssey, and a little bit of Hollow Knight. And I've been playing my Vita, still finishing on Saturday morning RPG. And just finally getting that out the way finally.
You going for the platinum in it?
Nah, I just want to beat the game.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what's up.
That's about it though.
Yo, you been gaming this week, bro. You put my list to shame. Real talk, you been gaming this week, man.
We work and just sometimes our environment puts us in where we can actually game.
Hey, bro, listen, you've been putting in that work this week. I'm in awe. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm looking and I'm like, yo, what? You doing what? Shout out to my boy Demi, man. My boy Demi be out here playing these games. Can't nobody tell him he don't play games. For me, Persona, what games you been playing this week? Listen, man, I've been playing this awesome exclusive that we all have called Sleep. Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man. I ain't been playing nothing this week. This week, I have not played one game. Over the weekend, I played a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta, which we will talk about. But I really, honestly, like this week, work has really been like kicking my ass this week, man. Between meetings and having to build out network infrastructures, and it was a lot. It's a lot this week. It's really busy, and as soon as I get off work, it's so damn hot in the subways, and it's like, you fucking everybody's sweating. The skinny people sweating, the fat people sweating, everybody's sweating. It's just hot in the damn subways.
I'm sweating right now thinking about it.
It's just so hot in them damn subways, and so it's like, all you want to do is just get home, take a shower, and go to sleep. And that's really all I've been doing. I get home, I take a hot shower, I blast the AC, I cut on Hulu and Netflix, and I KO, man. I be in the bed.
Yo, hold on. I'm not gonna let you continue this. Hold on. So you sound like a real dad right now, dude.
I ain't no dad, man. Not yet, man.
You sound like a real, like, yeah, man. I just got home, man. I'm gonna just kick back and just relax, man. Baby, I need a beer.
Nah, man. On some real talk this week. I really been on some real chill shit, man. I've been chilling. Honestly, that's all I really been doing this week is chilling. So yeah, I ain't playing nothing this week. This weekend, I'm definitely gonna get some gaming in. Believe that. Tomorrow, probably tonight, I'm gonna play some games too after the podcast, and tomorrow, obviously. But I just gotta, sometimes responsibilities come first. The responsibilities outweigh. Sometimes you got to deal with the responsibilities in order for the fun stuff to remain, fun.
Basically, what he's saying is that you got an adult. You got to be an adult, and you
got to be an adult every once in a while, man. But yeah, man, it's definitely good to have my bro Demi here. As you can see in the title, it does say pre-MOG edition, and the reason why it says pre-MOG, first of all, I'm so rude. See, guys, it's been a minute. You gotta give me some time to get back. You gotta give me some time to get back in the, as Barry would say, in the rigmarole of doing this podcast, man. Because I've been, I ain't even addressed the chat. Yo, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Sarge in the building. Shout out to Wolf Flow. Shout out to Timbo on the track. Yo, we got everybody here, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Anybody that's listening and can't really type, shout out to y'all as well. Really, really, really appreciate you guys that come through, support us, man. But yeah, as you guys can see in the title, it does say pre-MOG edition. And me and Demi, we got to get the little serious stuff out the way before we start talking about games and start talking about what we're going to talk about. But yeah, so pretty much with MOG, you guys already know, man, we had decided to take a hiatus over the summer break from MOG. A lot of it has to do with our third member, Mr. Official VG, who is no longer with us. Obviously, we had to kind of walk our separate ways with that. So when that happened, me and Demi, we decided that we was going to take a hiatus from podcasting, kind of take a hiatus from the YouTube scene, at least, in terms of our podcast, just because it was a lot to deal with. Because if you guys watch Mind of a Gamer every Saturday, this podcast revolves around all three. It revolved around all three of us. So that was definitely something that was really stressful for me and Demi.
This is facts.
We had to take a break. We did, but in terms of us taking our break, we definitely did. Michi in the building. Shout out to Michi. Shout out to Afro. Thank y'all for coming through. But in terms of us taking our break, we definitely had to, really sit down and I asked Demi. I asked him straight up, like, Demi, do you still want to do the podcast? And he was like, what? He's like, bro, don't make me fly to New York.
I felt offended. I felt like he just straight up just like disrespecting me.
He was like, yo, bro, don't make me fly to New York and slap you in the face with a Chicago pizza. I said, whoa, bro, don't kill me now.
That's a shot.
Yo, so I was like, because it was stressful. You feel me? So we had we really sat down and we talked, and we both decided that we still wanted to do the podcast because it's something that we love to do. So we decided to take a hiatus, go into our rebranding phase, and really look for a third member. So right now, that's kind of what we're doing. I already put the announcement out there last week about us looking for a third member, male or female. I'll be honest, me and Demi really would prefer a female, just because having a woman woman's perspective, especially on gaming, I think really, I like seeing that, and I kind of want to bring that dynamic into what we do. You feel me? Demi, what do you think? With everything I just said, I'm talking too much. You chime in and kind of give your thoughts.
I'm gonna be honest. In all seriousness, I know people wondering like, where's Mr. Official? What's been going on? And basically, he added it. I'll be honest. It was a serious matter, some serious issues, and we stepped away. And he's doing him, we're doing us. MOG, we're trying to rebuild, regrow. We understand, you guys miss us. We miss being like here every Saturday morning, honestly. Just talking, kicking back with you guys, telling the jokes. And we're really in like the rebranding and building stage. We've been discussing some things and talking it out and hashing it out and looking for people. While we want a third, and yes, a female is preferred or a woman is preferred. Let me fix that. We're still looking for multiple people that if you feel like you got the potential and you want to do something with us, let us know. We are taking applications and whatnot.
We taking motherfucking interviews out here. You feel me?
Taking applications and interviews, and you just gotta rock with the schedule. That's why we try to get you guys to understand we got to do this on Saturday mornings, because that's technically like the better for us.
That's our slot.
Yeah, that's
because I even asked Demi. I was kind of like, yo, you want to switch the day? And at first we was kind of leaning toward them. It was like, nah, Saturday mornings, that's our slot. You feel me? It's, we ain't really competing with no other podcast, and it's a morning show. And, because we was kind of trying to like build it around like, Breakfast Club type shit, So we, it was kind of just like Saturday mornings is our thing. So we definitely going to keep it Saturday mornings. That's the morning show, the MOG in the morning. Get a big bowl of MOG, because when you think of Saturday mornings, we think of like cartoons. I remember when I was a kid, and and Demi, I know you could go back and think of this as well. Remember Saturday mornings, you wake up, you get the biggest bowl out the cabinet, get you the big spoon, get you the bowl of cereal and the milk, and sit in front of the TV and watch TV and watch cartoons in the morning. I used to do it all the time, So thinking of MOG, I want MOG to kind of be reminiscent, like a reminiscence of that. Like, oh man, it's Saturday morning, I got to check out MOG. When you think of Saturday mornings, you think of Mind of a Gamer. So that's really what we want to do. Want to keep that.
It's basically the Saturday morning recreation and like trying to be on like some real radio like Breakfast Club type ordeal. That's I feel like that's what the combination is going.
Yeah. So it's like, that's definitely why, you want our third to kind of be able to kind of swing that. And again, like, me and Demi said, a woman's touch is always great in multiple factors. But, we'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things play out. But yeah, so that's kind of where we were. Summer is slowly leaving us, man. This summer went by quick, at least for me. It's almost over, and I'm kind of glad because I'm ready for that Spider-Man, which is what we about to segue into right now. Listen, you like that, Demi? I know you do. I know you like that, and that's okay.
It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. I appreciate that you took a swing into it.
Hey, look at this guy Demi, man. This guy Demi got some good. He got some good little punchlines, man. Listen, man, he a little punny. Let's go, punch boys in the building. Oh God, guys. If you guys haven't already, if you don't know what Spider-Man is, like I ain't even talking about the game on PS4. If you just don't know what Spider-Man is, where you been? Where have you been?
You living under a rock?
Have you been living under a rock? No, have you been living under the earth? Well, the earth is a rock. So
have you been living under the galaxy?
Oh,
stop.
Nah, but guys, if you don't know already, man, Spider-Man is definitely coming out September 7th on PlayStation 4 exclusively. You always got to add that, because whenever you add that exclusively part, I swear it pisses people off, and I just love it. But so Sony has been doing an amazing job at advertising this game. They've been doing an amazing job at presenting this game. They've been doing an amazing job at all the big events and like on TV and movies, and just everywhere you look, you see Spider-Man exclusively on PS4. You see it everywhere. So, you would think, and you really have to give it to Sony's marketing team, because Sony has done a great job at marketing, not just this game, but a lot of their games exclusive wise that have been releasing this generation. PlayStation has been doing a phenomenal job, at marketing this. When God of War was releasing at what was that, the NBA All-Star game, I think it was, or like one of the basketball games.
It was
the All-Star game, right?
No, it was the finals.
Oh yeah, it was the finals. At the finals, during halftime, they played the trailer of the game on the floor, like it was like being projected onto the basketball court. Yo, that is crazy. So you would think, thinking and looking into the minds of Sony, you would think, well, damn, can they get any more creative? And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, damn, man, Sony, they shelling out all this money and they doing all these things. I don't know, can they get more creative? Yo, once again, Sony said, yo, Persona, are you doubting me? I said, no, PlayStation, I'm not doubting you. They said, no, you're doubting me. And I don't like that.
First of all, this is a legitimate conversation. I'm gonna need you to get some help.
I wish it was a legitimate conversation. And PlayStation's like, you know what, Persona? You know what, gaming with Persona? I got you. I'm gonna outdo God of War just for you. I said, okay, well, prove it. Prove it, Sony. Prove it, PlayStation. What you got? And hold up, let me share my screen, because I gotta share my screen for this one. Lord have mercy. These fools done went out and goddamn decked out a whole train. A whole train in New York City. This is the S train. This is the shuttle train that goes from Times Square, 42nd Street to Grand Central. Don't even ask me why this train exists. I've never rode this train a day in my life, and I've lived in New York City my entire life. I don't even know why this train is here.
Who says that you won't do it today?
You know what's funny? When I was coming home from work, when I first seen the news about this, I was reading it at work, and I was like, yo, 42nd Street is, I'm always, I have to go through there to kind of get to work or whatever. So it's like, I never seen this train. So like when I seen the news, every time that I get over 42nd, I'm looking at the shuttle train like, yo, all right, so is it gonna be the Spider-Man train? Because I swear, if I see the Spider-Man train, I'm running up to that joint, I'm taking pictures, and I'm gonna ride it. Pause. I'm gonna ride the train. Jesus Christ. So they decked out a whole train, like a whole Spider-Man train, a hype train for the game. And it ain't just some bullshit stickers. Nah, the inside of this joint is decked out. First of all, red. Red is my favorite color. It's always been my favorite color since I was a kid. So seeing all this red just got me giddy as fuck right now. You feel me? So I'm just like, yo, what? Yo, this is dope. Demi, give me your thoughts.
You sound like a real blood right now. I'm gonna just put that out there.
I mean, I don't want to go into my past. Let's not do that. But
oh my god.
Anywho, but
this train is fire. First of all, because it's the color red, and I would feel disrespected if any bum messed up these seats.
Bro, really? Are you serious, man?
I'm serious, bro. Like, look at this, bro. This is clean, bro. Like, bro, somebody kicked their feet off and just kick their shoes off and just messed up the seats. I would be hurt.
I'd be pissed off too if someone messed up this train. I'm gonna keep it a buck, especially if I get on the train and I see a bum like peeing on the floor at the corners. I'm like, yo, bro, what you doing? Disrespecting this train? You ain't go to one of them number trains and do that shit. Like, what are you doing? Let me ask you: does this get you seeing this? Does it get you even more hype for the game? Seeing something like this?
Honestly, no.
Really?
It's cool. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the the little floaty that they had for Sunset Overdrive.
Floaty.
They had it for the, I think it was a Macy parade or something like that. They had like a little sunset. Fizzle was like a balloon, and he was like one of the balloons floating in the air. It reminds me when they did that, which is actually was pretty cool. And this is dope. Don't get me wrong, this is a dope train, but I'm already solidified as a Spider-Man fan. So this didn't do anything for me, but I'm like, okay, this is just a touch on the top, you know.
I think for me, I agree that, you know, I'm solidified not just as a Spider-Man game fan, but as a comic book fan of Spider-Man. Like I've been a fan of Spider-Man since I was a kid. So Spider-Man, you know, seeing Spider-Man at this level, in terms of game, in terms of the advertising, in terms of something like this, you know, I think it more so, not necessarily, you know, the purchase is already there in terms of the game, but I think more so my inner self, my inner nerd, my inner comic book nerd, my inner kid, the inner kid in me kind of is giddy over this, just because I'm really happy to see that gaming and video games and things like this can reach this level of exposure. You feel me? To see, like, you know, and Marvel's already huge. You know, Marvel's already huge. The comic books and the movies and all that, those are all very huge within pop culture, which and everything. So seeing something like this just makes me even more happy, you know, as a comic book fan, as a video game fan, as a fan of Spider-Man. So I'm just hyped. I'm just hyped to have something like this in New York. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm excited, you know, and, you know, I'm hoping this week, you know, hopefully tomorrow, on my way to work or going home, I can see this train, because I'm taking a bunch of pictures. I'm video everything. I'm taking video. I'm doing everything with this train, because it really is dope. And then it's like, you know, they got the Daily Bugle advertisements on the top. It really is a dope train. They got the Daily Bugle like etched into the seat, so it's like a part of the seat. It looks amazing.
A really nice touch. Like especially if you're like a Spider-Man fan, you're gonna give it the nod, because there's actually some really honest touches to it.
Yeah, it is. And again, the game in itself is already hype. You know, it's already really amazing. Really, you know, it looks really great. A lot of people that I know personally, I'm not talking about, you know, journalists and things that, no, I'm talking about people that I know personally that I trust their gaming opinion, that went to E3 and played the game, have solidified me and say, yo, Persona, look, this game is the shit. This game is going to be amazing. This game is going to be what everything you expect it to be and more. I'm like, I'm good. You feel me? I done quadruple dipped on this damn game. I got the collector's edition. I got the PS4. I got the digital deluxe edition. I got another PS. Yo, I'm solidified, man. You feel me?
You good to go. I just bought a Venom. Yeah, I just bought a Venom costume for the review. That's it.
You know what? Let's segue. We can segue into like because have you been seeing like a lot of hate for the game?
I've been seeing a lot of hate everywhere. A lot of hate.
Do you think the hate is justified? Like, remember when it first came out that this game was going to be exclusive to the PlayStation, and remember how you had a lot of people saying that's not fair. This game should be everywhere. This game should be on all platforms. It shouldn't be exclusive. There shouldn't be an exclusive hero game. Blah blah blah. All this other stuff. And then, you know, fast forward to now, you know, where you've got a lot of people trying to pull people's. They got people saying, oh, well, you know, you're hyped for the game because it's exclusive, or, you know, you're hyped for this game, but what about Amazing Spider-Man, and what about this game and that game? And it's like,
I'll address that for you. I'll address that one for you. The Amazing Spider-Man sucked. A lot of the movie versions, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the older ones, they sucked. The only ones that were good, in my opinion, let me put that properly, because I know people be like, oh my God. In my opinion, Web of Shadows and Shattered Dimensions were like the only really good ones. So I don't want anybody to say, well, you didn't play the Amazing Spider-Man, because that game sucked.
Yeah.
I'm going to get closer to the mic so I can emphasize how bad it sucked.
Yo, it really was like, yo, first off, big shout out to Red Infamy. Red is in the building. She in the chat, man. Big shout out to her, man. If y'all haven't already, check out Red Infamy's channel. She does everything, vlogs, video games, all journalism. Check her channel out, man. Shout out to her, man. She's amazing. I keep trying to get her to come on the podcast. She don't want to come. She's scared. But it's but it's not even about. I feel like it's not even about having to play with that game. Like what people are trying to do when they're trying to pull that, oh well, why wasn't this game as good? If you thought, why didn't this game sell? If you think to get Spider-Man is so good, blah blah blah. I feel like with this Spider-Man, I feel like this is what Spider-Man was supposed to evolve into. If you get what I mean. Because a lot of the Spider-Mans that we've been getting the past couple of years have been those movie adaptations, those rushed out games by Activision of all people. So the love and the love and the care isn't there. You feel me? Like not 100%. When it comes to this game, you can just look at it and see that the love and care and the time and the effort was put into this. That within itself is enough to excite me. That's enough to excite anybody that cares about Spider-Man. You feel me? People that care about the character and care about the playing this game or playing whatever Spider-Man. It's not about trying to pull their card with this. It's not about trying to call somebody out for being excited for this but not playing the previous game. It's about being excited for the fact that we're actually getting the Spider-Man we deserve. For real. Can you agree with that, Demi? Do you agree with that? Is that too much? Am I going too far? Throw me in. Pause.
I mean, if that's the way you feel, I'm not going to stop you. Like me personally, it looks like a really good Spider-Man. And one of my favorite Spider-Man was Web of Shadows and Shattered Dimensions, the ones that didn't like go too seriously for itself and actually had like a really solid storyline and writing. So I feel like this is going to be something on the same, and they really like focus on the web slinging and the story and like acting with people and just the writing, So if you feel that way, I'm not going to stop you. I feel like this is going to be one of those Spider-Man that you actually write about in the books. People talk about Maximum Carnage to this day and Spider-Man 2, which I think is not good. I don't know why people think that game
Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 had good web slinging. I think that's why a lot of people liked it. Because let's keep it a buck. A lot of people are going to be picking up Spider-Man to web swing. You feel me? That's what a lot of people are going to do. And Spider-Man 2 had good web slinging. It did.
I don't know. I'm one of those dudes that's like, all right, so what can you do? What's the writing about? Are we being serious here? Because I still remember the E3 trailer where Spider-Man was getting stomped. And I'm just like, now this is what I like to see. I kind of hate the games that like have the hero overpowered anyway. Like they have the hero like winning everything out. Nah, I want to see Spider-Man get like the snot rocked out of him. And so I think that's what this game is going to accomplish.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. The writing is definitely something that I'm looking at as well. In terms of story, I really want to see, because that's another reason to be excited, because it's not no movie tie-in. This is its own standalone story, so it's something to really be excited about. It's something to really look forward to, because it's not your traditional run-of-the-mill. Hey, well, this Spider-Man did this in the movie, so expect this. No, it's its own entity. And again, I feel like those type of things are the things to be excited for, because you're really going to see what it looks like to have a Spider-Man, with this much effort put into it. And again, Web of Shadows was great. Shattered Dimensions, those old school games are great. But if we're looking at, I think, what was that? Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, like those. You feel me?
The Amazing Spider-Man games. I remember the argument about those games where they were like, well, it runs on this and it runs like this on this. And I'm like, who cares? This game sucks. And so I'm glad that the focus is all how it runs and actually being a really good game, because the Amazing Spider-Man games are poop.
Yeah.
Poop.
But yo, listen, September 7th is literally, what are we, 3 weeks away now, Demi?
Just about.
Yeah, we're like 3 weeks away from Spider-Man. I'm hype. I'm sure. Demi, See, Debbie acting brand new for the
Who's
damn
acting
Debbie hype.
brand new, bro?
Debbie hype. He ain't trying to be hype as me. Debbie ain't trying to be as hype as me, guy. That's okay. That's okay. It's fine.
Spider-Man is one of my favorite heroes, but I've always been like a Venom fan more so than a Spider-Man fan.
It's funny. I've been a Carnage fan more than a Spider-Man. I've always loved Carnage, just because I've always gravitated towards those, those type of characters, that psychotic thing. I don't know. I like Carnage a lot. I really love Carnage. It's amazing. I'm gonna be hyped for both of us. All right, guys. Like, listen, I'm gonna be the one that's giddy, that's gonna be saying the off the wall crazy stuff, and Debbie will be the one that's like, yeah, I agree. I'll say it. You feel me? I'm fine. It's all good with me. But yo, let's move on. September is gonna be lit. Yo, facts, Red. September is gonna be lit tea. Not only because of that, but because Dragon Quest 11. Spider-Man, the Destiny 2 Forsaken DLC.
All right, dude, you're pushing it.
All right, bro.
You're pushing it.
Bro. You're not gonna
pushing it, bro.
This is not.
You're pushing it.
This is what we're not going to do.
No,
we're not going to disrespect my Destiny 2.
No.
Everyone's been shitting on Destiny 2, and rightfully so. It's been messing up a lot. But listen,
ain't the name of that DLC Forsaken?
What you say?
Ain't the name of that DLC Forsaken?
Yes, the name of the DLC.
You're forsaken to buy it. Stop
Man,
it.
Listen, bro. Let me explain something to you, bro. Nah, Red, ain't no Tomb Raider out here. Stop all that. Let me explain something to you, Debbie.
Oh boy,
you ain't going to disrespect my Destiny 2.
Oh boy,
I still have a soft spot in my heart for Destiny.
Yeah, that's the spot where like you need to get hit in, because you're talking about I'm buying Destiny.
I'm buying. I already got the Forsaken pre-ordered. I'm.
You got it pre-ordered.
Yes, I got it pre-ordered.
Oh my god!
You see, guys, this is the problem with Debbie. He play all these indies, these past characters.
I got that for free. I didn't buy that. Relax.
But you talk about Destiny 2. Let me explain to you something, bro. Destiny 2 is going. Forsaken DLC is going to be fire, bro. It's going to be fire. I'm gonna be playing it.
It's gonna be fire when you throw it in the garbage bin.
September 7th is a dub. But yo, let's move on. So yo, this Call of Duty. I gotta take that side, guys. Whenever I take that side, we about to get to some BS. I'm done. Yo, Red said I'm done. Yo, listen, I'm sorry, Red. Tomb Raider is yo, listen, I watched the gameplay. I'm just like, it don't look like something I want to pull my $60 on. Plus, it's coming out in a bad time.
I love Tomb Raider to death, and it's just not selling me, bro.
Nah, it's not selling me either. That's why it's gonna stay right on the shelf until Black Friday. But yeah, so Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The beta was this past weekend. I played the hell out of it. Demi played the hell out of it. Everybody I know played the hell out of it. So kind of just real quick, I know we kind of gave our thoughts the first weekend, but some things has changed. So kind of just want to talk, kind of have a conversation about it and kind of just talk about what our thoughts were leaving out of Destiny 2, Weekend 2. I said Destiny 2.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Weekend 2. I'm getting slapped.
Demi said, Michi said I ain't played hell. Michi, you played enough of it. Get out of here. But yeah, so how you feel? Weekend 2 was over. How you feel about it?
Honestly, I feel like Weekend 2 did some hurt in the heels, some unnecessary hurts, and gave the wrong people some buffs. Like, who was it? Ajax got his shield nerfed, but the 9-bang got buffed. Torque got the razor wire buff. And that just threw me all the way off. He can put down 2. Really? 2?
That's wild.
That's crazy. He's already broken as an operator now. So to see him get a buff, and I think the microwave on his shield got extended too.
The microwave shields. Oh my god, all that stuff is so garbage.
It's so bad, bro. Jeez, oh man, he was like the worst operator in the actual game to me. Like, I feel like he needs a complete rework. Yeah. The razor wire needs to be nerfed. The shield is fine. You can work against the shield. And honestly, if you're playing as two Seraphs, if two Seraphs is on the team, one should only have the option to put down a tactical insert.
Yo, them tactical inserts. I destroy them shits whenever I see them because I'm like, yo, I'm not dealing with this, man. I'm not.
The tag inserts mess up the flow. If you actually notice, the tag inserts mess up the flow of the spawns a lot, and it gets really bad. Like as time progresses, you just notice it gets really, really bad. And the spawns didn't change; they suck. The new map Hacienda is trash, bro.
You know what? I didn't really like Hacienda at first, but once I really learned the movement of that map and how you kind of got to maneuver in order to do good at that map, it's funny because I actually like that more now than I did at the beginning, and it's actually one of my favorites now. It's definitely top 3 in terms of beta maps that we played. Ooh. Yeah. Honestly, I really like the map. Only thing I don't like about the map is the fact that the airstreaks do not flourish on this map.
I told you, and that's what I told you at first. I'm like, bro, I got an AC-130, not doing nothing.
You ain't no kills.
Gunner, nothing. if you don't have a strike team or a Mantis on that map, it's a done deal.
It's a dub. It's funny because I actually feel like Mantis would actually work best on that type of map because Mantis is gonna walk in that building and shoot them rockets off. You feel me? Mantis, sentry gun, things like that, I feel are kind of the type of kill streaks you got to use on a Hacienda map because there's a lot of open areas on the map, but it's still more enclosed. A lot of the gunfights that you're going to have are going to be more than likely within the building because a lot of people, especially when we were playing, a lot of people, that gated stairway, that double stairway, a lot of people love to run up that thing and stay on that side of the map. A lot of people were spawning. I know a lot of people were putting the Seraph tack insert on that side. Yeah, because that is the better side.
That was the game that they were running. And I was just like, dear God, why? And then they did some unnecessary nerfs to some of the guns too. The Cordite got hit.
You know what? It's funny because when Barry was telling me that the Cordite got hit when he was playing that first day, I was like, oh, then he was telling me, oh, but the assault rifles got a bust. I'm like, oh, well then I'm good. Like I don't care because me and Barry, we all play a lot, and Barry's play style is more for submachine, subs. He's a sub guy. Me, I'm an assault rifle guy. Most Call of Duties that I've played, I've always gravitated more so towards the assault rifles. And a lot of that is because I'm more of a mid to long range type of COD player, if that makes sense. I can run and gun, obviously, and I can, as you can see watching me play, I'm very good at running gunning, but I'm the type of player where I like to keep control of the map. I love to control the spawns. I like to be in specific positionings within the map where I am is always going to be at an advantage to where the enemy is going to spawn. And that advantage for me is mid to long range, because if I know you're going to be funneled or coming out of a specific way and I'm already aimed up, boom, you're dead. You're dead. And that's why, I've always played COD like that. And just maintaining and controlling those spawns has just always been something that I've done. So when the assault rifles got the buff, they got a buff to what was it? ADS, aim down sights. You move quicker, aim down sights, and it got a buff. What was the other buff, Demi? Was it buff to damage?
It was a buff to damage also, and the SMGs. Well, some of the SMGs got hit for ADS, and some of them actually got buffed for damage. Because I know the SOG is probably the best gun in the game.
Yo, that SOG is so... Yo, the SOG is probably... Like, if I'm going to run and gun, the SOG is the weapon that I'm going to use. That SOG is amazing, dude.
And I fear Treyarch is going to ruin that gun before the game comes out.
Of course, they are. They do this all the time. What was it like? Yo, the first beta, everyone's using the Cordite. Everyone. They messed that up. The SOG is going to get the same treatment. But see, the reason why I don't think they're going to mess with the SOG that much is because the SOG, you have to be close with that weapon. You can't. There is no, with the cordite, you could be like mid range, a pretty good distance and still get kills. With the SOG, you've got to be pretty close. You got to be pretty close.
I feel like the SOG's trade off for damage is the fact that it doesn't have that much ammo.
Yeah, you can only get 36, and there's no extended clip, which sucks because I feel like if the SOG had like 45, I feel like the SOG would be. It is the best gun in the game now, but I feel like it would be OP at that point. If it had like 45, because there were times where like I'm mowing down 2-3 people with the SOG, and I'm out of ammo, and I get killed off that like fourth person, and I'm like, if I had like 5 more bullets, I could get that kill. That's too much. That's too OP. Come on, Demi. That's not OP, bro.
I mean, it works. I think the trade off is that it has fast mags instead of extended mags, because they knew it was like, all right, we're gonna give them the best gun, the beta, and we're just gonna let them work. Now, my personal gripe, is that the tactical rifles, some of them need a stock. Some of them
ABR had the stock.
The DMR did not have a stock.
In terms of tactical rifles, the ABR is the best one. The Swordfish is the quote unquote best one stat wise, but in terms of mobility, ABR was the best, hands down. That auger was garbage. I could not rock with that joint.
The auger DMR hit the balance that it got was, if it gets an operator mod, it can shoot in 2 bursts instead of just a 1 bullet burst. But I feel like because it aims down so slow, you're taking a really big trade-off. So I feel like it needs something. It needs an improvement. It needs a lot.
I think with the because the auger didn't have quick draw, did it? Did it have quick draw?
It didn't have quick draw. It didn't have stock. It didn't have grip. You got AP rounds and high damage.
See, but that's the trade-off. Those AP rounds crazy, and the high damage,
bro.
That's insane. That's crazy damage you're doing. AP rounds and it's naturally got high damage. That's insane. Imagine if it had quick draw.
You'd have to up the sins like to at least 10 if you want to make that gun work.
I feel like with the auger, I would say quick draw round 1, not quick draw 2. If you're gonna put quick draw, at least put quick draw 1. Because it'll be fast, but it'll still be kind of slow against someone that's using quick draw 1 and 2. But if you put quick draw 1 and 2, I feel like it'd be OP.
It'd be broken.
I feel like
it'd be broken.
Because if you put quick draw 1 and 2, and you put AP rounds 1 and 2, and it's got natural damage, that's OP. That's OP. That's way too OP.
It's way too much, but I still feel like the fair trade for the DMR is that if you want to take away some of the damage, all right, cool, fine. But at least give me the option to aim down the sights faster with that gun. So that way, you don't like the ABR, and I forgot what the last gun was.
The Swordfish.
The Swordfish. Those are like the best guns in that like that range. And I'm just like, but I like the DMR. Even the first guns and like the assault rifles and the SMGs were better. With even their first guns, the KN, the MX9, those are still good.
Do you know what gun got a big buff? I heard the GKS and the ICR. I heard both of those guns had got a big buff.
Those guns are dropping it. Those guns are dropping in 3 hits. 3. But you know what they didn't do? And Treyarch, I'm waiting on it. They didn't do anything to the armor.
No, they did. No, you know what's funny? I feel like they did a good job at tuning down the armor. I didn't, because there were still people using armor, but I feel like it wasn't like too much. It wasn't too OP. I feel like it was definitely still there, and you knew it was there, but it wasn't like it wasn't the first beta where, you could not. It was like, dude, why is it taking this many bullets to kill you with the armor? Nah, you're supposed to drop and that's it.
Yeah, and I was just like, they didn't do anything, but it feels like I'm killing people faster.
You know what it is? 'Cause I think they did something to the bullets and not necessarily the armor. They might have tweaked the armor a little bit, but I feel like the bullets, like the amount of the time to kill, they tweaked it where people were for people that was using armor and people that was going against it. I feel like they tweaked that. I think the armor is still there, but it's just they tweaked how fast you could kill people with, especially if you got AP rounds. If you got AP rounds, you're gonna melt them. Favorite maps. What was your favorite map of the game so far?
If I had to be honest, they all weren't that great.
Really? Oh wow!
But Gridlock seemed to be my favorite.
Yeah, Gridlock is definitely a favorite for me as well. I really love the Gridlock. Are you gonna pick up the game?
Oh yeah, that's the day one. I'm already giving it the day one treatment on my impressions video.
Hey, you already know. You can check out his first impressions video on Demigod Reviews channel. Link in the description. You already know it's day one for me. I mean, I had it pre-ordered for way back at E3 when it was first put up. I was like, well, gotta go snatch that up. It really is a great game for me. I really love the game a lot. It really is fun. It's Black Ops. Black Ops is really.
Oh yeah, I didn't address one more thing. The guy I used the most, well, the guy I used second the most in the beta, Firebreak, he actually got a buff on the reactor core.
Mean buff, bruh. Yo, Firebreak got a mean ass buff.
But the trade-off is that the bigger the range, the faster it goes.
Bruh, but I was dying by it, bruh. I was dying. It was a couple times the Firebreak killed me, man. And I'm like, yo, did they really buff him that much? Bruh,
yeah, his range sucked.
Bruh, it was to the point where like I'm on the floor below the firebrand, still getting hit. I'm like, bruh, what is this? Where am I getting hit from? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I feel like it was needed. I feel like his range of it was not that great.
It wasn't.
Because it was the times where I popped it, like when we were playing, I popped it near a group of people, and I was just like, I only hit 2 people. This isn't good. They need to change that now.
Trash. Yo, it is trash, man. Oh my god, they definitely gave him a much needed buff, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all gonna have to dial that back like one or two picks.
The trade-off is fine. He gets the bigger range. He gets the extended range, but it goes faster, bro. I feel like that's fine. That's totally fine, bro. That is fine.
But I mean, you know, the beta for me, you know, personally, the beta was really great. I really loved the beta a lot. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the maps. You know, the spawns is definitely something that they need to fix. But Treyarch is really good on fixing that. Like, especially by launch, I feel like by launch the spawns will definitely be better. In terms of the specialists, which one is the bot? What I do? Ajax?
No, Ajax is the shield guy. Torque is the barbed wire guy.
No, I think barbed wire guy worse than the shield guy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yo, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. All that barbed wire shit, that's the stuff that can go. I feel like that the barbed wire and all that.
It has to be
that's
fair trade.
Activision and that's Treyarch catering to a more new friendly.
They're trying to cater to the Rainbow Six guys.
Because that stuff is garbage, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. All that stuff. I ain't even use this dude because I'm like, yo, I feel garbage using this guy. I can't use not the way I play. I can't use this. Hell no.
I'm gonna tell you the worst part about it is that all these maps are cam friend, and you have at least 2 people using him. So that's 2 microwave shields and razor wire going at a time. You can use 2 of the razor wire for Torque.
You can put two. You can put 2 razor wires down at a time.
So that's 4,
and that's just on one person.
That's 4 between 2 people.
Yeah, it was bad. We was going against some people. It was terrible.
And the thing is that, you know, I wouldn't mind it if we could if there were ways to beat it, I'd be okay. But you at least have to spend at least 2 clips to destroy it. And
yeah, which is bad.
Initially jump over it.
Yeah, the fact you can't jump over it, I feel it's like, yo, Activision, Treyarch, really, Treyarch, you couldn't let me at least jump over this damn thing.
And don't forget, Persona. Don't forget, you still get damaged. There's no fair trade-off here.
The only thing to do is to shoot it.
Yeah,
The only thing you
shoot
really do is shoot it, or use battery. Batteries grenades take it down one hit.
it. Still, but I play Crash and I play Firebreak.
Yeah, that's a dope.
It's still like I have to work against this like this.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I feel like one clip. I feel like, if you dial it back one clip, one whole clip should, I feel like it's fair. One whole clip it should take to take it down. I feel like it's fair.
Slow
But
you
two
down
whole
and
clips.
not damage you. Or if it does damage you, at least do at least 2 ticks per at a time.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit much. One clip is enough. 2 is excessive. They don't need to do that.
2 clips.
But again, I'm sold on it. I'm excited to play. I'm actually I don't really like battle royale games. I'm not really into that, but I'm actually excited to try out this blackout mode. I really do want to see what it's about, and I do want to see how Treyarch's take on the battle royale genre and the battle royale craze. I really am interested to see how they do. I am honestly am interested, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to play that. But let me ask you this question. Shout out to Ian. Ian just brought up because I was trying to think of it, but Ian just jogged my memory. Story mode. There's no story mode for this, man. How do you like? I know we've talked about this already, so you don't really have to go into the whole spiel. Oh, story mode. We don't have to go into the whole spiel, but playing the beta and playing the multiplayer. Do you feel like playing the multiplayer and what you've played of it? Do you feel like that's going to be enough to satisfy you, based off what you've played?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be putting some time into it regardless. I'm going to miss story mode. I still feel like I'm gonna put some sick burn into it, like the multiplayer. Yeah, I would love to have a story mode combined with it, but I've come to terms with it,
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I dedicated an entire podcast to speaking on that whole completions of story modes for CODs dating back to last gen. If you want to go see that, go look. It's like 2 podcasts ago for One Persona Speaks. I dedicated the whole podcast to that. I broke the mathematics down all on stream. It was like a whole PowerPoint presentation, man. Go watch that shit, man. So for the hate, COD's been getting a lot of hate. You know how it goes. A lot of people that are inexperienced speaking on the game. Just real quick before we move on, how you feel about that, man?
I see a lot of people hating on this game.
Why'd you get close to the mic just now, bro? What was that about? What was that?
I was trying to be dramatic.
Yo, I had to move one earphone off my ear because I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Yo, bro.
But I see a lot of people hating on this game, and I just generally do not get why. I understand it's like the cool thing to hate on Call of Duty. It's the fun thing to hate on Call of Duty. It doesn't have a story mode. It doesn't have a campaign. I play Call of Duty for the story and campaign, and I'm gonna do this and this and this. Black Ops 4 is the same game. It's a 360 game. It feels like this. It feels like that. My God, the time to kill is too long. Dude, I see a lot of people making up a lot of excuses for stuff they don't know what they're talking about. And a lot of people that say the time to kill is too long or it's too much going on in the game.
I feel like a lot of people that say that suck. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I feel like a lot of people that speak like that, they really, like, you look at their gameplay, you're just like, dude, or do you really have the capacity to talk shit like this? Dude?
Or if you ever look at it, they're still using beginner guns.
That too.
They're using starter guns. And when I first started off, I was like, damn, I'm getting washed. But then I grew into the game and I started dropping like 20, 25, 30 kills. And people went into this game or went into the beta with this intent to hate. I see a lot of comments on Twitter. I've seen a lot of comments on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people just making these statements and comments and how Black Ops 4 is going to be trash and how oh, Black Call of Duty isn't the same anymore. But people have gone into this beta or these games in general with just this stigma of it isn't the same, or I'm not gonna like this game. If you're going into the game with the bias already, then you've already set in stone how you're gonna feel about it. Period.
But see, my issue is, you know, especially people that played the beta. I feel like a lot of people played the beta with the intent of played the beta for validation, right? And what I mean by that is, you know how some people, they bought all 3 consoles just so that they could talk shit about the other 2 that they don't like. I feel like for this, I feel like for Call of Duty, it's kind of the same thing, especially with the beta. I feel like a lot of people, you know, they probably pre-ordered the game on Amazon or wherever they pre-ordered the game, or got a code from a friend or wherever they got a code. I feel like they got the code. You know, as much as people were harping on COD, and as much as people harp on COD every year, especially when the news came out earlier in the year about, you know, Call of Duty not having a story, a lot of people wrote off COD because of that. You know, they was like, oh, you know, I don't want to play COD because the story's not there. I play COD for the story. I don't even play the multiplayer, blah, blah, blah. You know, a lot of people said this, you know. So, you know, it's crazy to see these same people still trying to get a code, or them still, you know, they're streaming the game. It's like, for what? Why even play the game? Why even play the beta or the multiplayer or whatever if this isn't something that you normally play to begin with?
Yeah, if you already had it set in stone,
yeah,
why?
That's what I'm saying, and that's where I feel like a lot of people were playing the game, or a lot of people were playing the beta for the validation. Like, oh, I can say this because I played. Nah, listen, you can't say nothing. You can't speak on this, because a lot of people, listen, I watched a couple people's first impressions, you know, thoughts on the beta. You know, it's people that would start their video with, you know, I thought COD's been trashed since such a it's like, yo, what? Like, how is someone supposed to?
Yeah, like
how is this an unbiased opinion you're about to give me? If you start a video like that, or if you know, if you're in the middle of a video, you're talking, oh, well, you know, I've always thought COD was trash. You know, this is just further solidifying.
I always thought COD was trash since Modern Warfare.
That's not you're coming from a place of bias. You feel me? No, you know, and then, you know, people will put in, oh, well, you know, the campaign's not there, so I'm definitely not getting. So then why are you on the beta? Like, these are the things that like really baffle my mind about some people in the game community. I'm like, why are you on the beta? Like, why are you playing the game if what you normally play the game for isn't there? It's for validation. It's to be able to say, oh, I played it, so it's trash. I'm not. You know, people like that, I just kind of like, whatever, you know. But it's, I don't know. Stuff like that is weird. You know, I find things like that to be weird. I've been playing Call of Duty faithfully. I've been playing COD since, you know, Modern Warfare, and I can give you an opinion on COD, you know, and it would come from a place of where it won't just be, oh, well, you know, COD is trash because it's always been the same thing. And that's another thing that really bugs me about like people that tend to complain about Call of Duty every year. You know, one of the biggest complaints about Call of Duty has always been it's the same crap every year. Remember that, Demi? Remember that whole spiel?
Yep. It's the same thing every year.
So, you know, it's like, okay, it's the same crap every year. What makes it the same? Oh, because, you know, it's the same maps, the same guns, the same this, the same. What about the mechanics? What about the spawns? What about the kill streaks? What about the especially with Black Ops? The Black Ops series itself has been fundamentally different each game, and it's been fundamentally different in terms of mechanics, in terms of map layouts, in terms of guns, especially this Call of Duty. This Call of Duty is probably the most different Call of Duty we've ever got, because the guns actually, the stats on the guns actually matter. The guns themselves actually are fundamentally different. Like, each gun that you use in this Call of Duty, you really are learning for the first time. You know, every gun doesn't play the same. Every gun, you know, the bullet trajectory isn't the same for every gun. The attachments for the guns aren't the same. You have to really pick and choose and play with a sense of strategy now. which is what a lot of people, claim, oh, Call of Duty is the same thing. They need to change the changing things. Oh, well, I kind of wanted to go. Really, guys?
You gotta tactically maneuver too.
Facts.
You can't, like, either you're tactically moving or you're bunny hopping your ass off. There's no in the middle. Like, there's always some constant action going on. Like, you aren't just jumping around and like wall running anymore. So I don't know why people still say it feels like the same Call of Duty when it isn't. It's totally not the same Call of Duty. The whole style and formation has been changed up. Shotguns are even a secondary now. Mm-hmm. When's the last COD we've had with shotguns was a secondary?
Was it Black Ops 2?
No. Shotguns were a thing in the Black Ops 2, if I'm not mistaken.
I forgot. When is the last time we had shotguns as a secondary?
Exactly.
I forgot. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I forgot, man. I actually forgot.
And let's be honest, like, I love some of the Call of Duty stories, but who's going in and paying $60 for a Call of Duty just to play a story?
Listen, I got my own thoughts on that within itself, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Story.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Can I keep it a buck, Demi? Is it okay? Can I speak from the?
Do it.
As Barry would say, can I speak from my heart? Can I do that?
Speak from the heart.
Bro, you can't go close to the mic. You can't go close to the mic like that. Yo, you a fool, bro. I feel like even the ones that say they bought COD for the story, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I feel like they lying to themselves, man. Yo, you can't tell me you buying COD for only a story, bro. I'm sorry. Yo, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's my own type of bias for COD that I just can't see people buying COD for just a story, even the old CODs. Maybe it's me. It's a me problem. You feel me? I don't know. But personally, I bought COD for the last COD that I was buying for, I guess you could say story or playing a story, was Modern Warfare 2. After that, I really was buying COD for the multiplayer. And even with Modern Warfare 2, after I beat that campaign, I was on that multiplayer. I put time into that. You feel me? But let's get off the COD subject. It's too much COD.
Wait. There's another game coming out in October.
I know. That's what we're about to segue into.
Dude, you just ruined the segue.
Oh, my fault. Damn.
Oh, my God.
My fault. Go. Do it again.
Wait. There's another game coming out in October.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Battlefield 5. It's looking real spooky.
Yo, we about to talk about that Battlefield 5 because some interesting news came out this week. Today, right, Demi? It was today?
It was today.
Where is it at? Oh, here we go. Oh, let's talk about this. Are we still present? Let's present to everybody. I like presenting to you guys, man, because I feel like it's a good substitute for seeing my ugly face.
The big bad wolf is knocking on the door.
Hey. So, yo, Debbie, I'm coming up to Chicago. I'll beat you up myself. But yo, so shout out to Demi because Demi's the one that brought this to my attention. So Battlefield 5 pre-order numbers has been underwhelming. Analyst says, what? The shooter with a story?
Dun, dun, dun.
So pretty much according to the Wall Street Journal reporter Sarah Needleman, the analyst firm Cohen stated that pre-orders for Battlefield 5 thus far had been weak, possibly because of its launch positioning between heavyweights like Call of Duty, Black Ops. Let me highlight that for y'all. Hold up, man. Because y'all act like y'all blind. Y'all ain't blind in this podcast. Damn that. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and trash Red Dead. No, we don't need to talk.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
But Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Listen, guys. I've said this before on probably Barry's podcast, on Six podcast, somebody's podcast. I said this. Yo, when it comes to these 3 games in October, most people are going to pick up 1 to 2 out of 3 of these games. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Those 1 to 2 that most people are going to buy, are going to be Call of Duty and Red Dead. If people had to choose one or the other, it's going to be Call of Duty. Listen, guys. Listen. Do not underestimate that Call of Duty. Do not. I'm telling you guys, man. Y'all, all the story is what matter, blah, blah. Yo, that's not in this situation. The article's here. Then she goes on to say, there is likely another reason for the lower than expected pre-order numbers on Battlefield 5. Last year's Star Wars Battlefront 2 was a public relations nightmare for EA, and its initial loot box system was criticized as being pay to win. Thoughts on the system was completely overhauled, and EA promised that a similar system won't appear in Battlefield 5. The company has a long way to go towards restoring players' faith that it will do the right thing. That being said, the decision to make all multiplayer maps free will likely keep the community together for a longer period of time than it did in Battlefield 1. Why I keep calling him? Wow. Demi. Barry must be talking shit about me right now. Demi. Tell me how you feel about this, bro. If answer this question for me. Answer it truthfully. Like you always answer it truthfully, but you know what I mean. You're probably the most neutral dude I know. The big three: Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, Red Dead Redemption 2. Which games are you picking up out of that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm picking up Call of Duty and Red Dead.
Persona, I ask you the same question. What, you gonna ask me? Sure. Call of Duty and Red Dead Redemption 2. Most people, I'm telling you, that whole story is and don't get it twisted. Single player games matter. But I hate when people try to use how people try to, if you support Call of Duty, then you don't support single player games. No, that's not what this is. That's not what this is, right? The whole stigma with single play, and I'm sorry to go on a tangent here, but I just want to solidify the whole thing about single player games is that people weren't buying single player only games because of the fact that it lacked multiplayer. That is where the entire you have to single player games have to continue to be supported. We don't want single player games to die out, blah blah blah. That's where that is. Games like Horizon, games like God of War, games like Shadow of Mordor, South Park games like that, which I support. I support those games 100%. I support single player games 100%. Demi can tell you, the council can, formerly known as the council, they can tell you, anybody that knows me can tell you, I support that. I support the developers. But in this situation, this is a very, very unique situation when it comes to Call of Duty and the whole stigma of the campaign, because what Call of Duty is derived from now, what people buy Call of Duty for now, what people have bought Call of Duty for the past, I want to say this generation and majority of last generation, is the multiplayer. So their decision to pull that campaign, especially after Black Ops 3's campaign, that joint got shitted on. So their decision to pull that and still, put a bigger focus on where they do make their money, where most people do buy Call of Duty. Why? Put more focus into that. Again, I don't see a problem. Demi? What's your thoughts on this whole Battlefield 5? It's pre-order numbers. I think a lot of it does have to do with EA.
Some of it does have to do with EA. Well, I'll say this. A good chunk of it has to do with EA. And a lot of people are afraid that they're going to replicate what they did with Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it first launched. But if you know Battlefield, and if you're just a Battlefield fan, I'll say it like this. Half of it has to do with EA and what they did with Star Wars. And some of it has to do with, men not being mature enough to handle a grown woman on the cover.
Facts. That is definitely a big part of it as well. My God. I almost forgot about that. Shame on you, Persona. I'm sorry.
If we're going to be honest, the whole single player, boots on the ground. I love being back in the past thing. That's fine, but if the numbers speak for themselves, if people are going to pre-order, they do it. But a lot of it has to do with the combination of what EA has done back in the past with Star Wars, and for some reason, men being more girly than the actual women on the cover, which I still don't understand to this day. But so I guess that's why the pre-order numbers aren't looking that great. But I will say this: get over it. Still, that's weird to even still be upset about, honestly, because that's just a whole different subject in itself. But people say these single player stories matter. Battlefield has this wonderful campaign, and people are ready to play it, but I don't see people talking about the Battlefield campaign. I don't see people asking genuine questions about it like they would. If you ever look on Twitter, you see people talking about campaigns for games like Titanfall, or campaigns for games like Doom, or other games that have a campaign to them, but you don't see other people talking about Battlefield campaigns. The last Battlefield campaign I heard people talk about was Hardline, and that's because it was garbage.
Oh, I mean,
and hold on, I'm about to up the ante. People give Call of Duty flack, but they don't give Battlefield 1 flack for the fact that all you had was like little specialist missions like they did in Battlefront.
Played through 8 different stories that a lot of people didn't finish.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that trophy. Go look at that trophy completion percentage, and cross-reference that with the sales. That'll tell you how many people actually completed that campaign. I mean, I agree with you though. I do agree that a big portion of the low pre-order numbers for Battlefield is for the fact that that Battlefront 2 fiasco. Yo, it was bad. It was a nightmare, to the point where Disney stepped in and was like, all right, look, y'all gonna have to fix y'all shit here. Y'all ain't about to fuck up our money. And y'all starting to do that. So I'm gonna need y'all to fix this, or we're gonna pull this license from you guys. When Disney, when Mickey got to step in, King Mickey, when he got to step in, things gonna change. You feel me? Things are definitely gonna change. So that whole nightmare is really what put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. With EA, that coupled with, honestly, the positioning of the game, there's not a lot of games that can really stand up to Call of Duty or Red Dead for that matter. Red Dead is a cult classic. Red Dead is a series, and I never played Red Dead. I'm going off, my friends and stuff that, Persona, you never played Red Dead? What type of gamer are you? What? You never played this? I never played Red Dead before in my life. I'm dead serious. When I tell people that, people don't believe me. I'm like, bro, I'm dead serious. I've never played Red Dead before. So I don't know. I personally don't know what the hype is for this game, because I've never played it. But from, like Demi, shout out to Crunk, Court, and, all of them, all my friends that I speak to, even, my best friend, he's like, how you never play fucking Red Dead? You're an idiot. Then, he tells me about Red Dead, and I'm just like, this game, it looks cool. And it's got the internet on fire. You feel me? So,
for a good reason. Yeah,
for rightfully so. I watched the ending to Red Dead 1. It was Red Dead Redemption 1. It was pretty damn crazy. So, that coupled with this, coupled with Call of Duty, Battlefield really is in a bad spot. It really is. It can't be in September. Oh no. You think October's suicidal? Put that in September? Against Spider-Man, the wall crawler? Are you crazy? He ain't no better than to do that shit. Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't put it in November. Like, all you have to go up against is Fallout 76, which, the first Fallout I ever played, I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. The first Fallout I ever played was Fallout 4. And I thought that was dog shit. I'm keeping a buck with you. I didn't like it. I didn't like that. Like, Fallout is a very boring series to me. I'm gonna keep it real. It's buggy as hell. I'm like, y'all like this? I'm very surprised. I'm gonna keep it real. But people like it. And Fallout 76, with the introduction of the multiplayer and all that other stuff, that has a lot of people hype. A lot of people I know, oh my God, I can't wait for you know, that's really all it has to go up against. November's and Dark Side of Sleep, but nobody, man, ain't nobody fucking.
I mean, there's some low-key releases in November also, but
I feel like Battlefield could dominate.
It could dominate November, really.
Yeah.
Well, I personally say it would go head-to-head against Fallout.
But I feel and that's the thing. If Battlefield 5 was to go head-to-head with Fallout 76, I feel like that would be a good battle, because I feel like even though Fallout is popular, Battlefield is also still popular, and it's got a good following to where that's a good battle. That's a good battle. But going up against Call of Duty and Red Dead, you're not built for that. There's very, very, very few games that can do that. And I'm sorry, Battlefield is not one of them. Battlefield's not one of them. Red Dead can go up against COD. There's people that are going to pass on COD and pick up Red Dead. Red Dead can go up against COD. But there are very, very few games. I'm talking like I can probably count on one hand, maybe two, of games that can go up against COD and win in terms of sales. I'm even having a hard time thinking of games now. What other game could go up against COD and win in terms of sales, or really have COD sweating besides Red Dead? GTA, GTA and Red Dead, that kind of fall in the same spectrum. So we're going to
that's the same. Yeah.
What other games? I'm trying to think. What other games could go up against COD?
If to be honest, if Spider-Man and Call of Duty went up against each other,
that's a hard one, because the bias in me is going to say Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a hard.
It's a hard gamble.
I don't know. I feel like COD will still win that. COD will still win that. If we're only counting the sales of PlayStation, I feel like COD will still win. But if we're counting all sales, obviously COD will win, because it's going to be on.
Yeah, it's a multi-platform,
Xbox, whatever. But if we're only going to count the PlayStation 4 sales, Spider-Man against COD, I don't know. I feel like COD will probably still win that.
It's a hard gamble.
I feel like COD would still win. I'm confident COD would still win. As great as Spider-Man looks, as hype as I am for the game, obviously I'd pick up both. But if we're gonna do that, I feel like COD would win. COD would win that.
If I'm gonna be honest here, and let's say COD took a backseat and went to November, that means Battlefield would still have to go up against Red Dead. and
wait, no, I know another. Wait, I just thought about it. Assassin's Creed can go up against COD and win. That's a game that could go up against. Yes. Now, okay. Assassin's Creed can go up against Call of Duty and make Call of Duty sweat. And Assassin's Creed comes out a week before COD.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yo, October going to be a bloodbath.
So think about it. Battlefield would be getting tossed to the scraps. Like, people are going to pick up Battlefield, but it's not going to be like the crazy amount that people think it's going to be. Especially against 3 other games like this. No way. There's no way. There's no way that they're surviving.
Yo, October's gonna be a bloodbath, bruh. Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Red Dead. Yo, that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Battlefield not coming out of that alive, man. I'm gonna keep it real. If I had to put it like in a numbers format as to like most sold to least sold, I'm gonna say COD, Red Dead, and kind of Red Dead. That's kind of interchangeable. That's even up for debate. That could be either one. That could be number 1 or number 2. Yeah. So COD or Battlefield for one. COD or Red Dead for the number 1, number 2 spots, and then Assassin's Creed and then Battlefield. Like that's how it's gonna be. That's definitely how it's gonna be. Yo, October gonna be a bloodbath, bro. You thought September was gonna be a bloodbath? Yo, October about to be chaos, bro. I'm so hyped. But Battlefield, we'll see how Battlefield does, man. I'm not picking it up just because, I've got Assassin's Creed pre-ordered. I've got Call of Duty. I've got Red Dead. And Soul Calibur 6 comes out. which I am gonna get.
Yeah, it looks like honestly, Battlefield was gonna be hitting the bricks anyway.
Yeah, Battlefield's definitely not gonna. That's it for Battlefield for me. I bought Battlefield 1. I gave it a chance. I can't fuck.
Those games don't even seem appealing to me, to be honest. Like,
I can't mess with it.
Now, if you said a new Titanfall or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm all over that.
It was really good too. I really love that story. That story for Titanfall 2 was really great.
Titanfall 2 was great.
It was amazing.
Multiplayer is a little bit underrated. It needed some bit more work, but man,
the multiplayer did need some work. But I really did like that story though. The story was good. It's messed up because nobody bought that game.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't buy it, which is sad.
Is on sale a lot.
You know what's funny? Now that we bring up Titanfall 2, remember when people were saying that they weren't going to buy Titanfall 2 because Titanfall 2 was going to PlayStation? Remember that? Mind you, Titanfall 2's got a story. It's got multiplayer. Why not support that?
Yeah. I see a lot of the Call of Duty haters did not buy that game either.
Listen, man. You on to something. You on to something now, Demi.
Single player, multiplayer, and he got free content.
You're making too much sense, man.
I'm throwing logic bombs here, man.
You're making way too much sense. All right, so this next topic. Listen, I told myself a long time ago I was not going to be speaking on cross-platform play anymore because it's a dead horse, man. It's a dead horse. I swear, it's a dead. It really is like a dead topic to this point, man. Like to the point where, like I don't. It's not that I don't care. I'm not going to say that, but I feel like people say the same thing over and over. Like it's the same thing over and over and over. They keep saying the same thing, and I'm just looking at them like you keep saying the same thing. Why? So let's get into this topic, man. Bethesda, of all people, Bethesda, pretty much was like Bethesda says situation could be fairly dire if Sony disallows the Elder Scrolls Legends crossplay. Now, what I was getting from not this in particularly, this is kind of just an interview that Eurogamer did, but there was a topic. There was like, they were saying what is it, the phrase they said? If there's no cross-platform play between consoles, then you're not getting the game. Some shit that they said. Something they said some crazy stuff. What did they say, Demi?
It's not coming to my head. So
yeah, they said something along those lines. Pretty much what people were getting from that statement that was made from Bethesda was that they were kind of pressuring Sony to do crossplay for Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a card game. And now they're saying that it's crucial because they need cross-play. They want to be able to, if you play it on PC and then you close your PC and go straight to your phone or go to another console, be able to play this, that, and the third, whatever, be able to cross-play with other people and all this other stuff and cross-buy. And it was just a lot of things that kind of just, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was flying over my head because I'm just like, is the game good? That's what I'm looking at. Like, is the game good? That's what I was really looking at when it came to this. But give me your thoughts on this, Demi. Especially, now we're to the point where we have, publishers and developers that are hopping on this wave of, crossplay. And we've had some before. Like, this would be cool if they allowed it, but there's nothing to the lengths of this, of blatantly saying, hey, look, if you're not doing crossplay, it's not going to be on console type stuff. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I actually have a solo video addressing this that's actually going to be coming out right after this, but I'll kind of sum it up so I don't spoil the actual video. It's a stupid move. But I can see if you had much more gripe and said, you know what, we're going to do this with Fallout 76 or Doom Eternal or Rage 2. Okay, we're going to make this move to where if you don't allow crossplay between the people, okay, cool. Okay, we'll make something happen and make something shake to where we're going to force the hand to get crossplay. Let's be honest. There's already a small audience for card games. I don't know who told them yo, man, let's make this thread over some card games. I don't know why Bethesda's still trying to push this crossplay thing. If the biggest game in the universe right now, which is Fortnite, couldn't make the move or make Sony budge an inch, what makes you think that you guys can? It's a stupid move. It's a stupid statement, and you don't want to lose out on the sales. So that's why you use a free-to-play card game instead of one of your biggest titles that's coming out November 13th instead. Stop. Just take a minute, take a chill pill, do whatever you got to do, and just stop. Just stop.
Yo, listen. See, Debbie taking a nice route, which I respect. I'm going to give it to you straight gutter. I feel like Bethesda really did this for brownie points. I'm going to tell you why. If Bethesda was to come and say, hey, look, we want to do crossplay. We feel that crossplay is something that needs to be a norm within the community, right? If that's something that you as a company truly believe in, my whole catalog coming off the console, I'm pulling the whole catalog. Skyrim 5 or whichever one it is out right now. Everything getting pulled. And I'm like, hey, look, Sony, until you do crossplay, we're not making no games for y'all. That's bold. That's something where I'm looking at Bethesda like, oh shit, these dudes that, Bethesda, they mean business. But Bethesda and I know damn well that their shareholders and their investors and the people that keep the company running don't give a fuck about no crossplay. They care about them dollars. That's why they didn't do it with Fallout 76. And that's why they're not doing it with Rage. And that's why they're not doing it with Elder Scrolls 6 whenever that comes out. They're not doing that with the games that make them money. They're not going to do that.
I need dollars.
Games that sell more on PlayStation than any other platform. You think they're going to do that? Nah.
I need dollars is what I need.
Nah, let me explain something to you guys about business and how business works. A shareholder doesn't care about right or wrong. A shareholder doesn't care about console wars. A shareholder doesn't care about the power of a console. The shareholder cares about the investment. And if the investment is not being invested into, there's a problem.
I need dollars is what I need.
Now, is crossplay cool? Sony's been doing crossplay since PS2. So it's been cool for me. Go look it up. Crossplay has been a thing for over a decade. Why is it that in 2018 you've got gaming politicians, which we will be talking about after this, by the way, gaming politicians telling us this is how you should feel? Oh no, they won't bring Fortnite things over. This is how you should feel. Oh no, Call of Duty doesn't have a campaign. This is how you should feel. Oh, but that's just for the gamer. Maybe I will buy Fallout 76. So you weren't going to buy it before? You don't play Fallout games? You don't play Bethesda's games? People are telling you how you should feel, but no one is speaking on how they actually feel. No one cares about this. Do you think the millions of people that are going to go into a Best Buy, GameStop, or wherever and buy a PlayStation 4 is going to go up to the counter and say, hey, I've got this special edition Spider-Man PlayStation 4 right here on this counter. But before I give you my card and pay for this, tell me, does this console also do crossplay? Does it do crossplay, man? Because if it doesn't, I'm not gonna fork over that hard-earned money because I want to also be able to play Rocket League and Fortnite with my friends on the no. Oh, it doesn't do crossplay? Well, Spider-Man is enough for me. I'll take that $400, man. Listen, guys, listen. If you genuinely care about crossplay, then you genuinely care. But if you don't care and you pretending like you care, you're part of the problem. No one cares about crossplay. No one. Because if they did, Sony sales would have tanked. Sony wouldn't be number one every month, regardless of the exclusives that they come out with. Regardless of the games, who cares, right? Who cares? There's no crossplay on the console. That's what matters most to me, right? That's what matters. So who cares about the exclusives? I'm still not going to buy a Sony product because they're not doing crossplay. Why are they at the top of the charts every month? Why are their games continually selling, breaking records? Why are they doing hype trains for Spider-Man? If they're so anti-consumer, if they're so against the consumer, why are people going out and buying these consoles? It's funny that people look at Sony as the anti-consumer, and Sony's the one that's giving you new next-gen exclusives, providing a gaming event for the gamer, PlayStation experience, providing updates to their consoles, providing pretty much what everyone is asking for. Really, the only thing people ask for now is name change. All they need to do is name change, and and trophy tracking, and that's it. They pretty much good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But Sony is the anti-consumer because of crossplay. Let's move on. Dem, you got any more to add to this one? To Bethesda? To the crossplay thing?
I don't care for the Elder Scrolls card game.
I get mad every time. Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm gonna just say this. Crossplay is cool. I really don't like Pioneer for it. If I'm gonna play against the people I play against, I'll just boot up the console. And if crossplay was to happen, I would want it to happen on a game I actually prefer to play on, like a fighting game or a shooter or something. But I don't care for this card game. I don't really care for Fortnite crossplay. Like I play against people.
I don't even care for the Bethesda that much. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100%.
Slow down.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it on. Listen, these are my thoughts, my words. I don't really care for the. I mean, Wolfenstein 2 is dope. I'm playing it now. It's pretty fire. I might get Rage too. I don't know. That looks cool. I don't really care for Bethesda that much either.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I don't care for Fortnite like that. And when I play Paladins on my Xbox or Switch or whatever I'm playing it on, the first thing I'm not asking is it crossplay? Am I playing against other people? What's going on here? I'm not looking into that, man. So I don't know why this big ordeal for crossplay has become a thing now, but if crossplay began to happen, I feel like the long runs of certain things would be bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. I don't know, man. I don't know. This crossplay thing just keeps coming back up. It's crazy. I don't know. I got a feeling Sony probably. I got a feeling Sony will do the crossplay. I'm gonna tell you, and it's not gonna be what people think. Watch.
It's not.
It's not gonna be what people think because you're still gonna be playing randoms. Because most of these people, this goes into another whole thing. But a lot of these people that cry about crossplay don't got. This sounds bad. Like I'm not even gonna say it. Let's move on, man. I'm done with this crossplay stuff. This trash. So final thing we're gonna talk about, man, before we get up out of here, real quick. Gaming politicians. What is a gaming politician? A gaming politician is somebody that white knights for games they don't play. A gaming politician is someone that tells you how you should feel about games they don't play. that they don't know anything about. They don't support. They don't put time into this. You know, they just speak on it because it's something to speak on. They're not speaking with passion. They're not speaking from a place of understanding. They're not speaking from a place of logic. They're not speaking to the gamer. They're speaking to the viewer. You know, when you speak in your videos, when you do these videos and streams, podcasts, whatever you do, when you're speaking to your audience, you're supposed to speak to the gamer. You know, you're supposed to speak to them because that's what your audience, I would hope, comprise of gamers. So you're speaking to them. You're not supposed to speak with a political, oh, well, for instance, oh, well, I'm gonna pick up Spider-Man on PS4, but I wish it was on every console. Like who talks like that? Who speaks like that, man? Like that, like things like that boggle my mind because I'm like, no one speaks like that. No one's thinking like that. Like all these humanitarians that walk around social media white knighting for shit that they really don't care about. You bought 3 consoles, but you mad that you got to buy an exclusive. Who does that? How you got all the consoles, but mad that you got to buy an exclusive? Yo, when Spider-Man's the perfect example. Spider-Man first came out. This game should be on every console, guys. At Insomniac, put this on Xbox. At Insomniac, put this on the Switch. You know damn well this ain't coming to no damn Switch. Put this on this. You have people making videos about this. Why I'm not picking up Spider-Man for my PS4. Hey guys, thanks for coming through. I'm not picking up Spider-Man for my PS4 because it's not coming out for my Xbox. You know, I'm here for you guys, man. I want you Xbox guys to experience this as well, man. I'm not picking this up, guys. Guys, don't buy this game, guys. Don't buy that. Oh, guys. Call of Duty, it doesn't have a campaign, guys. Even though I don't play COD, don't buy this game, guys. It's bad, guys. It's not a good game, guys. Oh, guys, what's that? Yakuza should be on the Xbox, guys. This game needs to be on the Xbox, guys. Why? Buy it on your PlayStation. No. Xbox guys need to experience this. What? Like, what? It's a lot of these politicians walking around here white knighting for things they don't care about, and it's a problem. It's a problem because their views and ideologies get pushed onto the general public of people on social media, and then you have these people walking around speaking like this. Well, this game should be this. Well, I'm not going to buy this game because this game isn't this, and this game isn't that, and this game doesn't have this. That. Like, my mans, what do you play? Like, you ever see those people that mean like on social media that don't like nothing? And it's like, well, then, dude, what?
It's a lot of people like that, and that's the crazy thing in this generation. There's a lot of people like that.
But you got everybody white knight and politicking for what needs to be in games, but ain't playing no games.
Yeah.
What?
It's honestly disgusting to see.
Yo, when Cuphead came out, I bought it on my Xbox. When Octopath came out, even though I personally feel Octopath is a game that belongs on PlayStation, I'm gonna keep it a buck. And I'll say that openly. I feel Octopath belongs on PlayStation. I do. But I bought it on my Switch and I play it. I got like 40 hours in the game. I don't have these consoles sitting in my house for nothing. I'm not going to be on social media and all these different platforms, YouTube and all these different places, crying and politicking for you. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. And this is, shout out to Bari for this. Shout out to Bari. My gaming is a selfish experience. Bari said that. He said this a long time ago. We was having a discussion because, Bari don't like to be in the chat all the time. Like, Bari, this is a long time ago. Like, Bari, why don't you like being in the chat? Like, man, I don't be wanting to be in the chat all the time, man. I like to just play my games, which is true. We all just like to play our games. Like, when Spider-Man come out, don't write me. Don't message me. Don't send me no chat invites. Don't call me. Don't nothing.
I'm sending you like several messages and like,
yo, bro, I swear you do that, bro. I'm becoming
I'm sending you like several messages through FB, Twitter, PSN, Xbox. It's going down.
I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you on everything the day before.
I'm requesting to watch, even though I got the game. I'm requesting share play.
If you request to watch me, bro, I swear to God, I you off everything, bro. But like gaming is a selfish experience, guys. Like, you don't need to be out here speaking for the next gamer. I don't need nobody to speak for me. I don't need nobody to speak for me. Demi don't need nobody to speak for him. Nobody needs you out here at the front line yelling at developers why this game needs to be on this platform. If you got all the consoles, why are you at the front lines? Why are you crying to developers about this game needing to be on another platform? Why? Why do you hate everything but don't buy nothing? Why? I don't get it. Demi, what's your thoughts on this?
I'll be honest. The people who say that they want a game on a different console, I really don't have the gripes with that. It's stupid at times. Especially when you know a game is going to be exclusive. You know it's going to be exclusive. I don't know why you guys are still asking for it. Like, at that point, it's just like, what are you doing, you know? But my main gripe is a lot of people just don't enjoy games these days. That and the fact you got people who think it's just so cool to be so anti everything. It's starting to feel like people are just gaming to get some clout. More so than gaming to generally enjoy gaming. I can make a post about, I've been enjoying this game. For example, I made a post when the Crew came out. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Crew. I really enjoyed the driving. I enjoyed a lot of things about the game. I had multiple people telling me, oh, why'd you get that? Why'd you buy this game? Why'd you get this? This game got a 67 on Metacritic. Why'd you buy this? Dude, I don't care. What's my personal opinion and your personal opinion? Well, not even your personal opinion. What's my personal opinion about the game is going to be different
worried about it.
And what you worried about, or you following the guidelines to Metacritic. And I see this a lot. Yeah, some games are just going to be bad. Some games are naturally going to be bad and not going to be for everybody. But I see a lot of people, and they live by the Metacritic, die by the Metacritic, and they tend to rub it in people's faces when it's all said and done, when the game doesn't get the grade of a score that it gets. Now, if the guy is spewing fanboy nature things, cool, then you do that. But I've seen people generally rubbing in other people's faces when they said they were having a good time. Like, Sea of Thieves isn't everybody's cup of tea.
No, sure.
I don't like it, and I'm pretty much fair to everything. But you won't see me going around on Twitter just slapping Metacritic scores on everything, posting up laughing emojis when I'm really not laughing in real life.
I'll be laughing. That's just funny. Now, you know what? You know why it's funny? And I'm going to tell you why. Because the way certain fanboys hype up certain things, and those things never are what they hype it up to be, that's why it's funny. It's not funny. That's why it's funny. It's not funny to bash the developer. It's funny to rub it in the fanboy's face.
Yeah,
that's why it's funny.
That's what I'm like. I'll come to. All right, cool. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But I just see some people either take it to the developer and be like, "Oh, this is why your game is failing," or they'll be reckless and renegade type and just go, "Oh yeah." They'll at the developer and then go in at them. Like, bro, like what?
Yeah, no, that's too excessive for me. Like, laughing at a game or laughing at, whatever the case may be, that's different. Or laughing at a fanboy or whatever. That's something within itself. But to go to developers and harassing them about things that really they don't care about, like things that just don't. Like shouldn't be included in? I feel like that's way too excessive.
Like
way too involved.
Who raised you clowns, bro?
Yeah, that's
like that's what bothers me. People don't game anymore to game. You don't have general gaming conversations where, yeah, man, I like this game. Well, I like this part about this game. Well, I like this part right here. It's mainly who's doing what, who's playing what. Let me play this game for validation and verification just to look cool in front of another group of people and make fun of another group of people. Spider-Man's coming out. And I genuinely see more people talking about Spider-Man just for clout points and to go against the grain and talk about it to make it seem like it's a bad game than actually talk about what's been seen in the trailers or what's the suits coming out for the game or what's the special edition statue going to be. That's my gripe. Nobody, I haven't seen anybody genuinely talk about, yo, and this is kind of like a semi little spoiler here, but if you watch that recent trailer, the Avengers Tower was in that trailer.
I thought they said I think they said the Avengers Tower was in it a while ago.
Oh, well, I didn't know. Just
but
for some people,
we didn't see it that close. So like actually, what made it cool with this trailer is that they actually showed him jumping off of it, which means we're more than likely gonna have some missions there, and you're able to climb in and all that. Like that's the tallest tower. That's the tallest building in the game.
And Doctor Strange's house is in the game, dude.
Yeah,
like
that's fire, man. That's fire.
Like I don't see people talking about that. I don't see people talking
Radio
about
City Music Halls in the game, and so is MoMA, which is a Museum of Modern Art, is in there. Mocha's in there, which is the I forgot what's that called, but it's a lot of like New York landmark, New York attractions and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. It's really
I don't see people talking about those, but I see people just talking about, oh, this isn't on Xbox, so here we go. Or I see people on the Xbox side trying to make this game seem like it's going to be garbage when it's not. Like we know it's not going to be trash. Everybody,
but see, a lot of people that do that because part of it is to uphold a specific image on social media just to please other dudes, and the other part of it is that they're so deep within the console war that they don't even know who they are anymore. So, you know, if they like something that's on the opposing console, you know, they're looked at as an outcast or something like that. You know, it's weird. It's very cult-like behavior, bro. Very cult-like behavior. It's very weird. Even like, me as like, you know, someone that's like a, you know, a fanboy. I ain't gonna front a fanboy for a lot of shit. But I ain't, you know, I'm not sitting here like, oh, you know, I'm not ever gonna play nothing on Switch or Xbox or something. Like, nah, it's never that serious. Like all that console war stuff and debates and all that stuff is supposed to, when it was at the beginning of this generation, when it was like just about the games and stuff like that, it wasn't as crazy. Like it was still cool. It was, you know, it was fun, you know, debating people and, you know, trolling, you know, like that stuff is fun. That stuff is funny. Like it's never meant to be taken beyond just a laugh. You feel me? At least from my end of I mean, you know me, what, 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
It never was meant to go beyond that. Now the problem now with it is the fact that it's manifested itself into being something that was fun or something that was funny into what it is with the gaming politicians, you know, politicking for games they don't care about, you know, trying to get, you know, consumers on their side to hate a brand or something, or hate a developer or something like that. Or it manifests itself into, you know, people that blatantly used to hate things, you know, like remember when people were saying they were trying to tell people not to buy Japanese games because Japan did Pearl Harbor and it's un-American to support Japanese brands and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, when it got to that level, that's when I was like, okay, I need to step away because you're not thinking with a full deck of cards here. You're not working with a full deck of cards. Like this shit's supposed to be, you know, laughable. It's not supposed to be
fun.
It's not supposed to be some what it is. You know, that's part of the problem, and it's run rampant through the community. You know, to the point where people are just playing games for clout or playing games for validation. No one's playing games just to enjoy them. No one's playing games to enjoy them. Like every time a new game comes out, you know, you got someone, oh well, you know, this is this and this is that and all this crazy, you know, it's insane.
Nobody enjoys anything anymore. And That's the genuine part that scares me. Everybody can say that they're hyped for this game or that game, but I don't see many people talking about the actual game that they're hyped for.
Yep.
Just
they're hyped for the exclusivity, or they're hyped for
exclusivity.
They're hyped for the the way it looks. It's never about the game itself. It's always about the game, the way it looks.
Hype just because now we're gonna have another game to rub in somebody else's face. And
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I
mean, if you do that, that's fine. But
you feel me? It's funny.
That's fine.
I'll rub it in somebody's face, but
it gets to a point where you wake up thinking about another console that you don't. If you wake up thinking about another console you don't like, or other men playing a console that you don't like, that's when you gotta like genuinely be like, damn, what am I doing, bro? Like. Like, bro, it gets weird to see, bro. And I just like I'll post on what I post on Twitter. I'll engage in some conversation, keep it moving. But I just be like, dude, what? Like, I'm so I don't know, man. This generation is weird, bro. I'll play what I play. I'll talk about a show or something that I'm playing, and keep it moving. Like, it's not even fun talking about games with people anymore, because
you can kind of always tell someone that doesn't really know about gaming itself, because and I use Call of Duty for an example. I can talk to somebody. I can speak to somebody and know if they play COD, because the way I speak on COD isn't going to be the campaign and Activision is anti and all this bullshit. Nah, I'm speaking to you about mechanics, about spawns, about guns, about maneuverability. I'm speaking in that language. If you're not speaking to me in that language, I know where the conversation's going.
Yeah, like that's the crazy part. Like most people are just gonna talk about how something is either anti-consumer or something along the lines of that, and just they'll spew and spout that before like talking about the game, and generally going like, hey man, I really enjoy the game, or this is what needs to be fixed, or this what needs to be changed. Like, I'll talk to anybody. Well, hell, I'll talk to myself about indie games on Twitter. Like, I'll make a thread about, all right, well, this is what you guys should check out, or check out this latest video about what I'm talking about here. And somebody will quote that or something, and then be like, oh, what about this game that isn't doing this? Or what about this game that's doing anti-consumerism? I'm like, bro, like, dude, what? I don't care, man.
Yeah.
I'm just generally trying to game, dude. Like,
yeah. Nah, I get it, man. Believe me, I get it. I mean, gaming is a selfish experience, bro. So I feel like with gaming, I think the individual gamer's enjoyment is supposed to be what comes first, not what everybody else thinks or feels. And I really do feel like that's like a really big problem, where a lot of people are looking to others for validation. Like, oh, I just bought this game. Is this good? Should I buy it? Should I play it? Is this what everyone's playing? Is this what? That's a big problem. That's a big problem. And it's an even bigger problem because you got gaming politicians pushing out this mindset on people. Like, oh, this game isn't good because this developer doesn't do this and do that and that and this. I mean, but are you playing the game though? Nah, I don't need to play it. I just know. How? Like people that actually play the game are trying to speak sense. And then you got the bigger voice that doesn't play the game trying to tell people what to feel and think. So the person that's actually playing the game is getting shut out. And it's like, but I play the game. I can tell you for a fact that this isn't true, or this isn't right, or this isn't how it goes. Why are you listening to him? Like that level of thinking is just like, dude, what do you? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's sad. It's I don't know, man. Hopefully next generation will be different. I highly doubt it will be, but hopefully it's different. Hopefully the debates are better next gen, because these debates be hella boring these days, man. I don't That's why I don't get involved no more, because it's like people keep talking about the same stuff. I'm good. I don't want to keep talking about Xbox new exclusive movie. I'm good, man. Y'all can keep that. When it comes to the games, then come holler at me. That's when I'll start talking about it again. But it's 9:30. Let's get up out of here, man. It was a good show. Was it a good show, Demi? Did you enjoy yourself? Damn, Demi said nah. Demi said, hell nah. I enjoy myself. You crazy, Persona? How dare you? Your mic must have. Oh, you muted. That's why you. I'm like, Demi, what? But yeah, guys, this was definitely a great show, man. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad me and Demi, we hopped on the podcast and did a little pre-MOG edition podcast. It's always good conversation, chopping up with my bro. We definitely Mind of a Gamer is actually coming back the first week of September. So I think it's September 2nd. I think it's supposed to come back. We're supposed to come back. I'm gonna announce it on Twitter like a week before, just letting everybody know when we're coming back. But Mind of a Gamer, Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. It is going to return with our third member. Like I said in the beginning, we're looking for a woman. We really want a female gamer, a woman gamer, kind of, come through, chop it up, have some good laughs and all that. Yeah, y'all know how it go, man. Me and Demi, we good guys. We don't bite. We're very chill guys. We're very
We need some women.
We crack jokes, we talk games, that's just how we are, man. So we're looking for a chick, but if we can't, then obviously, not whoever, but we've got like one or two people in mind for who we want as our third that we've been kind of scoping out and kind of just like, what about this guy? What about this person? But Demi, you want to give us your outro, bro?
What's going on, everybody? Demigod Reviews here. You're gonna get used to this Blue Yeti because I will be using it a lot more than you think.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Feel good, sound good, living good, But yeah, come check out the channel. Follow me on everything. Demigod Reviews, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook. Just building him, man. I'm coming up with new stuff. I'm cooking up new things every day. Like, I show Persona damn near everything that I'm doing.
Facts. And I'll be like, yo, my man Demi out here. I'll be happy. I'll be wanting to sound too happy. I don't want to think I'm some fanboy. Like, oh, I'm a fan. Nah, I'm a friend. I ain't gonna front. I'm a big fan of Demi and his channel. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of what he's doing, man. He got the emotes with his Twitch. He got the Yeti out now. Now he gonna be really on his editing stuff, and he got the dope intro, and he got the new avatar. I'm like, yo, man, Demi, I'm a fan, man. Demi out here doing it up, man.
I'm trying to build the quality up a bit better, and just generally, I want to stop using the Share Factory and Upload Studio anyway. Now, I'm still gonna use it regardless if I get lazy, but it's just gonna be few and far between.
Yeah, which is good. It's definitely good to have that. One thing about YouTube that I've learned is that a lot of people like the more professional your channel look, the more people that eye candy. That's what pull people in. The nice flashy avatar, the flashy banner, the flashy intro, and all that. People like that. That eye candy is what really pulls people in. But Demi's out here doing it up, man. He's doing his thing. His links is in the description. Demigod Reviews, his YouTube channel is in the description. Also follow him on Twitter at Demigod Reviews. All of that is in the description. For me, big shout out to my bro Demi, man, again for coming through to When Persona Speaks. Pre-MOG. This is the pre-MOG edition. You feel me? MOG is we always gonna be here, man. We started a year ago. It was it was definitely good. So I really like MOG. I love MOG. MOG is gonna grow. MOG is gonna get bigger. It's gonna get better. I have a lot of ideas that I throw at Demi. we kind of bounced ideas off each other, like about his channel, about MOG, and what we want to do, and kind of how we want to, build it up. And it's just building it up and doing it how we want to do is something that we're really gonna make happen, especially for going into 2019. Man, I'm trying to get like on some real professional, like on some real talk. I want to be on like some Joe Budden podcast type shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I want the soundboard. I want to have like dope like outtakes of like or like at the end we give like 3 sleeper games, or give a sleeper game every at the end of every episode or something of what people should play. And I really want, like, I was watching Joe Budden podcast today. I watch it I try to watch it every day, or every week. And I was watching it this week, and we was talking about Nicki Minaj. He shitted on the album, but that's a conversation for another time. And like just that whole layout, the sound quality, and I just want that. I want that for MOG. The 3 of them, like, really cool. Me and Demi, we close. We crack jokes and all that. Our personalities, bounce off each other. Pause. So I really want to build up to that. So that's definitely something that we talked about, and we're gonna make happen, especially by the end of this year, going into 2019 and whatnot. So yeah, shout out to my boy Bari, man. Big shout out to Bari. Bari is probably a big supporter, man. He supports everything I do. Me and him, we really support each other. He's also my TOA boy. TOA. Shout out to the TOA boys out here, man. Me, Bari, Chuck Gaming. Shout out to them, man. Make sure you guys check out the Jay Bari show. Bari actually did an episode this week that was really, really good, man. Really fire. Like, y'all gotta check that out. The link to that is also in the description. Also, shout out to my boy Chuck, man. Plus on Block podcast every week, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. The link to that is in the description as well. Shout out to Bari in the chat. The link to that is also in the description. Big shout out to Titanfall Princess. We had a grudge match too. I think it was last week. Shout out to her, man. Make sure you guys check out her channel as well. Appreciate her. I want to give a big shout out to everybody in chat, man. Titanfall, Jay Bari, Wolfflow, Playbox, the Almighty Spartan, Afro Goon. Shout out to Afro. Who else came through? Ian. Shout out to Ian, man. Came through support Dragology. Who else? Oh, yo, we got Timbo on the track. Appreciate the big sis Timbo. Michi came through as well. That's Mama Bear, Papa Bear at the council. Big shout out to them.
Or the group formerly known as the council.
Oh, group formerly known as the council, right? Red Infamy, bless the channel. My favorite color, Red Infamy, came through, man. Shout out to her. Who else came? Shard 0079, Mr. Stealth himself came through. I love my council fan.
Oh,
I love my council fan, man. Real talk, I really do.
Oh, man.
But yeah, guys, I'm probably gonna do an episode next week of When Persona Speaks, and like I said, MOG returns first week of September. Bigger, better, 3 people. Demi, you got anything else to say before we get up out of here?
Much love to everybody that came through in the chat. No Wolf, I don't talk close to the mic when I talk to Cortana. It's actually a very, very simple process. But yeah, much love to everybody. Shout out to everybody that came through. Check out the content. Check out Persona's content. Nice. Check out TOA's content. Check out everybody's content, man. Just show some love. How about the growth? And we'll come back September. And hopefully the third member that we have is somebody that we both been looking at.
Fact. I'm hoping. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm probably gonna be streaming this weekend since we don't have a tournament this weekend. So I'm gonna stream some games. I'm gonna play a bunch of games this weekend. Start Bloodborne or something, or we gonna play games. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna stream. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, guys have a great night. Be safe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.